Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
2nd and 3 now. Dak off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs?
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st down, here's Dak. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And in for the Dallas touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Locked down. This finds Bellinger. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On the handoff, this is Tracy. Down the sideline to the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 14. He's got Bellinger. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. That's caught for the first. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing it again here. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. A handoff to Tracy. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Tracy. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Giants finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
On first down, they'll run. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Dak now from the gun. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he's down all the way to the 30. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Another carry for him. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun. It's Prescott. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Back to throw, here's Dak. Setting up the running back screen. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Dowdle crosses the goal line for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys break the tie here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, 3rd down. Throwing his lock. He beams one deep right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Here's Lock to the air. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They go right back to Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's Locke. Complete beyond the marker. He has the New York touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants tie things up at 14. Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys about set to take over. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun is Prescott. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Blitz coming, Dak. He's got it over the middle. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Back to the well again. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's a give up the middle. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Play action, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Dowdle. Will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. They'll hand it to him again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. One down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now Dak to throw. Forced out to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
Locke looking to throw. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Malik Hooker with the tackle.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They start out with 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Locke. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Tracy once more. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Lock. Free inside the 30. Running in the red zone. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line.